The Los Angeles Chargers defeated the New Orleans Saints 27-13 in their NFL preseason matchup on August 10, 2025, at SoFi Stadium. The game featured sluggish offensive play, with the Chargers' defense proving decisive through 2 interceptions, one a 43-yard pick six by rookie CB Eric Rodgers, 5 sacks and 7 TFLs. The Saints, under new head coach Kellen Moore, struggled with penalties, 7 for 56 yards, protection issues, 5 sacks allowed, and turnovers, 2 ints, 1 lost fumble. Scoring highlights included a 5-yard rushing TD by Chargers QB Trey and a 54-yard TD pass from Saints QB Tyler Show to WR Mason Tipton. The Chargers built a 17-3 halftime lead and held on despite a brief Saints rally. The provided graphs break down offensive performance, with insights into yards gained, yards to go, interpreted as distance to end zone, and play efficiency by down, type, direction, and depth. These align with the Chargers' conservative run-heavy approach: 34 rushes for 148 yards at 4.4 average, 2 TDs, 20 passes for 100 yards at 5.0 average in Atten, and the Saints' pass reliance: 41 attempts for 239 yards at 5.8 average in Atten, 1 TD, 20 rushes for 61 yards at 3.1 average. Offensive analysis: Chargers. The offense was conservative and inefficient, totaling 248 net yards, 4.3 per play, with minus 0.093 EPA per play. They excelled in the red zone, 67% efficiency, 2 TDs on 3 trips, but converted only 50% on third downs. Trey started 7-14 for 55 yards, 48 rush yards on 7 carries including TD, highlighting mobility but passing limitations. Taylor Heineke went 1/5 for 8 yards. DJ Uiagalelei added a 49-yard pass to Dallavon Campbell, aligning with 51-yard long reception and 12.4 yards per rec average. The unit leaned on defense for points, suggesting depth concerns if starters like Justin Herbert are injured. Saints New Orleans managed 300 net yards, 4.4 per play, but posted minus 0.359 EPA per play, hampered by turnovers and poor protection. Red zone efficiency was weak, 50%, 0 TDs on 2 trips, with drives averaging 20.9 yards and 0.9 points. The QB battle featured Spencer Rattler, sacked twice, 3 seconds to throw average, and Tyler Show, 15-22 for 165 yards, 1 TD, 1 in, whose long TD to Tipton showed arm strength but was offset by the pick six. Penalties and sacks disrupted rhythm, pointing to O-line issues. Graph insights. Graphs highlight run-pass trends, field position, and distribution. Run and pass yards gained by down. Graph 1. Runs averaged 1.2 yards on first, 1.9 on second, 4 on third, 12.2 on fourth, labeled 15.6 possibly as outlier, consistent with 17-yard long run. Average yards on runs by down. Graph 2. First, 2 yards, second 5, third 12, fourth 16. Runs excelled on conversion downs, possibly due to pass expectations. Big plays occurred late in series. Distribution of total yards by down. Graph 3. Second down, 58%, first 27, third 15. Represents yards gained per down. Second down focus set up manageable thirds, aiding 2 rushing TDs. Average yards to goal by direction. Graph 4. Right 60 yards, left 35, middle 25, none 15. Plays to right from poor position but successful on runs, tying to O-line strength. Alt Johnson. Scheme favors right. Saints runs weaker on left middle, 3.1 average. Average yards to goal by down and type. Graph 5. First, run 40 yards, pass 30. Second, run 18, pass 14. Third, run 18, pass 6. Fourth, run 8, pass 12. Early downs from midfield worse, improving with drives via defensive advantages like INTs. Late down runs from red zone aided TDs. Saints' poor positions led to 0 rush TDs. Average yards on completed passes by down. Graph 6. First, 8.25 yards. Third, 9.5. Second, 20. High second down average aligns with 51-yard catch. Saints' 54-yard TD likely on second, offset by NTs.
and admired. He said he played it cool when he first.
No, it was literally, "What's up, bro? I'm Trey." And when in my mind, I'm like, "Damn, I thought you was KLS."
Her name's Kelly.
Distribution of yards to goal by depth, graph 7. None, 58%, 343 units. Short 23%, 134. Tackle 9%, 56. Deep 7%, 40. Guard 4%, 24. Frequency distribution of yards gained, graph 8. Peaks at 4 to 8 yards, 25 freak, and 12-16, 24. Consistent mid-range gains match 4.4 rush 5.0 pass average. Spikes suggest chunk run plays. Saints had fewer positives due to sacks, TFLs, 7 allowed. Statistical breakdown. The Chargers accumulated 248 total yards, averaging 4.3 yards per play, while the Saints slightly outperformed them with 300 total yards at 4.4 yards per play. However, the Saints struggled with efficiency, posting a significantly worse EPA per play of -0.359, compared to the Chargers' -0.093. The Chargers earned 15 first downs, 8 rushing, 6 passing, 1 via penalty, while the Saints secured 16, 4 rushing, 10 passing, 2 via penalties. Third down efficiency favored the Chargers at 50% conversion compared to the Saints' 31%. In the red zone, the Chargers were more effective, converting 67% of their trips, 2 touchdowns in 3 attempts, compared to the Saints' 50%, 0 touchdowns in 2 attempts. The Chargers averaged 1.8 points per drive, doubling the Saints' 0.9. On the ground, the Chargers dominated with 148 rushing yards at 4.4 yards per carry, including a 17-yard run, while the Saints managed only 61 yards at 3.1 per carry, with an 11-yard run as their longest. In the passing game, the Saints threw for 239 yards at 5.8 yards per attempt, highlighted by a 54-yard reception, while the Chargers recorded 100 yards at 5.0 yards per attempt, with a 51-yard reception as their longest play. Turnovers hurt the Saints more, as they lost the ball 3 times, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble, compared to the Chargers' single fumble. The Saints also allowed 5 sacks, while the Chargers gave up 3, reflecting better protection for the latter's quarterback. Thoughtful. These stats underscore Chargers' efficiency despite lower yardage, driven by defensive scores, fewer mistakes, and maximized runs in critical spots. 0.3% and causes an oblate shape, weakening it further by 0.5% there. Earth's spin relates to core heating indirectly, as the core's heat, primarily from primordial formation and radioactive decay, drives convection currents deflected by the Coriolis effect into patterns that sustain the magnetic field. But spin itself adds negligible heat, and its gradual slowing from tidal friction has minimal impact on core temperature. Anti-gravity propulsion, which doesn't truly exist in proven physics, often refers to speculative electromagnetic systems that might use Earth's magnetic field for lift or thrust via resonant fields or repulsion, like maglev, but these are unproven and violate conservation laws without exotic matter. Earth's magnetic field, generated by core convection, protects against radiation and varies over time with reversals and daily fluctuations. But it's linked to the illusion of time, a concept from relativity where time dilates with gravity or speed, is tenuous and indirect, as the weak field doesn't measurably affect time perception or dilation, though electromagnetism ties into relativistic spacetime. Carbon is a remarkably stable element, capable of forming diverse allotropes, including the theoretical 3-dimensional Pregame lattice, a strongly interlocked network of graphene-like sheets that exhibits exceptional stability comparable to fullerene C60, enabling unique properties like orbital frustration-induced metal insulator transitions for potential applications in optoelectronics and advanced materials. This stability makes carbon ideal for harvesting from abundant sources like seawater, where dissolved inorganic carbon, primarily as bicarbonate, totals about 150 times the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere. Technologies such as direct ocean capture, DOC, use electrodialysis to acidify seawater, convert bicarbonates to CO2 gas, and extract it for storage or utilization, mirroring the carbon abundance in Mars's atmosphere, which is 95% CO2 by volume. Speculatively, this carbon extraction and stability could tie into observations of anti-gravity spheres or glowing orbs near volcanoes, often attributed to plasma phenomena like ball lightning or UFO-like emissions from volcanic heat and electromagnetic activity, potentially involving carbon-based aerosols or charged particles that appear to defy gravity amid eruptions, generating gravity waves and atmospheric disturbances. In a broader context, geoengineering efforts, such as cloud seeding for weather modification or carbon dioxide removal, CDR, techniques like ocean fertilization and direct air-ocean capture, are being developed to mitigate climate change by extracting and sequestering carbon, sometimes involving atmospheric interventions that could influence weather patterns. Though claims of widespread secret weather manipulation for carbon harvesting remain unsubstantiated and often linked to conspiracy theories rather than verified scientific practices.
The first thing that pops in my mind, just the whole team, they just play with a lot of want to, and I'm thrilled with that. And the guys that really, that stood out, he's got to start with Eric Rogers, those 2 interceptions, the 1 PBU on 3rd down. But the pick 6 he made, that was as good a play as I've ever seen you can make. The break on the ball, the avoid of the receiver, the catch, completing the catch to the ground, and then getting back up, and he was rolling. Quite a day, quite a big day by him. Really incredible. Caleb Murphy too, good. Decamp, it's just been he's been doing that in practice. I don't think any receiver has got that many go balls as Decamp. He's done a nice job, and that was a heck of a play he made on that ball. I thought Trey Lance did an outstanding job. Just want to pick the first down, go use his legs and secure the ball and move the team. I thought he had a heck of a game. Yeah, I thought a lot of guys responded. Kendall Williamson, just a lot of want to by him. Coverage did a really nice job. Could go. This brings a smile on my face. They want to show that they belong, and then that's the way they practice, and that's the way they go out and play in the game. That warms the cockles of the heart. Yeah, he's making a good case. That's a really good case. He's been making it in practice as well. I'm really happy for his success. I could see it coming, and humility prevents me from saying that I predicted that, but the facts are I did predict that he was gonna have a big game.
What was the best thing about today's game from the Chargers?
First thing I said, the want to, of the individual guys. Out there playing to show that they belong in the NFL and belong in this team. That's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Who did you predict that Caleb was going to have a big day today?
To the team?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Made him a captain for the game.
How did you feel like Rocket ran today with the touchdown?
Yeah, I thought he did a really nice job too. Ran hard, secured the ball, and had some good tough runs. So did Hassan. Whenever you need a big run, Hassan's just right there waiting to give it to you, the way he plays and runs the ball. But yeah, really happy for Rocket. He's been working through stuff, and then got out there today and showed what he could do. That's just a great feeling.
How are you seeing that competition, behind Amari on?
There's a lot of good players there, and they're showing that.
Trey using his legs and seemed like he was rushing.
Yeah, I thought he did. I mentioned that to somebody when I came into the locker room. Trey had led us in rushing.
How big of an added dimension is that if you can extend plays and drive them out?
Big, huge. Some key 3rd downs, and it just allows you to move the chains, get a new set of downs. But again, I thought he played really good, with good presence and poised and in control, and you just make the right decisions. You make the right decisions. That's really what it comes down to. Not everybody can do it. It's the quarterback position is one of those. They could have the great arm, and they could hit guys in 1-on-1, or 7-on-7 even. But when it goes to 11-on-11, there's a lot of bodies out there. There's a lot of people, and they're moving, and some guys are good at it, and some aren't. Like some guys can play with that poise and that calm and that presence, and some are like they're everywhere. It seems like there's more than 11, like there's 15 out there. Start seeing guys out there that aren't out there. It's just that quarterback position is one that really takes games, takes 11 on 11.
Jim, is Trey and Lance.
I'm glad he's getting that experience. I'm glad he's getting that game time experience. I thought he would be good.
Trey and Taylor, are they still kind of neck and neck in terms of that second quarterback spot, or has Trey given himself?
I think, like I said last year, the year before that, next year I'll say it. Yeah, I'll talk about a first-string quarterback competition, but I'm not going to talk about a second-string quarterback competition.
Sean McVay said you guys are canceling the joint practice.
Truth.
Okay, and he said it was because you guys are banged up. Is that the reason from your perspective?
Yeah, that's the biggest reason. And just we're playing 4 preseason games. We still got 2 more preseason games to go. So, but yeah, that's the truth. I feel like we are, and we still got 2 more games. So
how did Jamari look at left tackle?
I thought good. We had the turnover early and backed up, but from my view of the sideline, looked like he did well. And proud of the young linemen too. They've been good mistakes, and they're learning from those. And there's a lot of want to there in that group, and challenge them in that last drive to just let's play like your lifestyle depends on it here. And it was good to see that they answered the challenge. Acquitted themselves well. So that bodes well for us. It's just a tool. You make mistakes. That's something that should be embraced. That is a tool to get better, and we'll just. But they show they got the fight in them, But they show they got the fight in them, and I love that. Makes me happy.
Your pregame visit to Thunder Alley.
Amazing. Chris Wise, friend of mine back in Michigan, came for a game last year, and he told me that it's the best anyway. It's the best tailgate experience he's ever seen, and he's one of those guys that likes to go to all different venues and sporting venues and things. And he told me that. He said, you ought to go down there sometime. And I said, well, we don't have any more home games this year, but next year I'm gonna go out there. And it was incredible. I could not believe it. Just the energy, the vibe. I was knocked my socks off. I don't even have socks on anymore. They got knocked off.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.